and for the past 6 years of my life, I have been studying medicine. And honestly, it's starting to feel like it. 6 years is a very long time. Just to put it into context, in that length of time, an elephant could have had a baby 3 times if she took no time off between her pregnancies, and it was the right thing to do at that point in her career. So, not really making a point, that's just factually how many elephant gestational periods you can fit into 6 years. Time is sort of, it's all relative, isn't it? 6 years is a long time to spend on one sodding degree, but it would be a very short period of time for, I don't know, evolution. Really? I'm trying to evolve a 3rd arm in the middle of my chest. Really? How's that going? Not great, man. Not great. How long have you been spending on it? Like 6 years? I see your problem. That is not long enough at all. Still not making a point, and factually that is not how evolution works. So yeah, 6 years. It starts to erode at your sanity. The final year studying medicine as an undergraduate is actually great fun. It's the penultimate year of the course where all the really hard learning and studying goes in. For a start, it lasts for 14 months, which is already a problem. That is too many months for 1 year. It doesn't fit. It's exhausting. Not that I'm really complaining, and I don't think anybody else would be. You don't really get people being like, yeah, you know, I'm all for doctors in principle, but their knowledge is too thorough. They know too much. I want to go to a doctor and be like, hey, I have this problem with my ear. And for them to be like, sorry man, the penultimate year of my medical course only lasted 12 months. I can help you with 12/14ths of your body. 6/7. I'm good up to here, and then take a Calpol, I don't know. The final year of medicine is really good fun though, and this is partially because you are allotted 8 months as part of the course, where they're basically just like, hey, go have a holiday, have a great time, blow your life savings and go on an adventure. Not in so many words, but this is essentially what I did. The final year elective period is where you can go off and travel. So I decided to go to Sri Lanka for very legitimate reasons, actually. It's one of the only countries in the region that has an NHS-style government-funded healthcare system. So I was like, cool, I can go do a bit of the old compare and contrast. I was there for 7 weeks, and if you're counting, that is 6% of an elephant's gestational period. EGP, remember that one? I did plenty of comparing and contrasting and learning things, and that was great. I also did a lot of sitting on a beach and learning things about elephants. You might have noticed, I know pretty sweet elephant facts. Also, one time I got peed on by a turtle. So I was there at the same time as I was doing my applications for my first graduate post as a foundation doctor. Now, the system, it's really good fun. All the applicants in the UK are put into a pool. Metaphorically, it's not like an aquatic Hunger Games. Although it might be. I've actually never seen the Hunger Games. It could be like the foundation program. All Hunger Games applicants have to put their name in, rank their preferences in order, and then get allotted based on academic merit. Would you like to volunteer as tribute? Rank your preferences. I choose no. I thought I'd probably go to Glasgow. It seems like a fun city, and I like rain. The fun thing about Sri Lanka is that it's hard to get internet access even at the best of times. And this is even more difficult because periodically they like to throw what I call nationwide power cut parties, where just the power goes out for no reason. I think there's just one person they've set up in front of like the main switch for the whole country, and he or she does exactly what we would all do in that situation, just be like, power's out. Dark. Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi. Also, an important fact to know about me is that I'm an idiot. So, long story short, missed the application deadline entirely. I got sort of shunted into random allocation. They could send me anywhere in Scotland. So I'm going to be a doctor on the Shetlands. I know next to nothing about the Shetlands. Basically what I've been able to glean is that there are no trees, but there are puffins. I don't know, this magical Dr. Seuss land where they have puffins instead of trees sounds great. I want to go frolicking through puffin forests. I'm just really looking forward to it. So anyway, I got back from Sri Lanka, and for my final month of medical school, I was doing a bit of sort of patient safety, quality improvement work, looking at safe sock wearing. I wish I was joking. really sort of disquieting thing about that is that it suggests there's such a thing as unsafe sock wearing. If that doesn't change your worldview, we need to sit down and have some chats. But so myself and my clinical partner went and we were talking to patients on the surgical ward about their compression socks, kind of like what you'd wear on the plane. You wear them around the time you're having surgery, they prevent blood clots, they do a good thing. If you're wearing them, safe sock wearing. If you're not, that's unsafe. And we were basically just wondering if patient engagement would mean they were more likely to keep their socks on. It was simple yet elegant. Our conclusion was basically, However, on our very last day of medical school, last day of formal classes, we had to present our findings back to the group. And we kind of looked at each other and we were like, it's our last day. Let's be creative, let's just have fun with it. What we didn't know was that we were actually presenting to a real-life quality improvement panel of people who are quality improvers for their actual real-life job. So what nobody in the room was prepared for, we came in and it was a very formal meeting. Everybody was ready to hear about what we had to say, and we just kind of shuffled to the front and
Good morning, everyone! I'm here to talk to you today about unsafe socks. It's me, I'm the unsafe sock.
it went down surprisingly well. The element of surprise was in our favor. So after that glorious last day, we had a very brief period to prepare for our very last final ever medical school exam. To put it into context, the period of revision was about less than 1% of our EGP. You remember. I used this time very fully. I planned a stag party where we all dressed as monks. I planned a hen party where we all dressed as zombies. I shot a feature-length film where we all dressed basically as ourselves, but we wore more makeup. And I watched a lot of the hit NBC series Hannibal. Now, Hannibal is technically a doctor. I guess it could be considered medical revision. It's kind of like a, hey, fun hints on how not to do it. So I failed my exam. On the list of surprising things, it's right up there under, what? The guy called Hannibal was the cannibal? Who saw that coming? What tipped you off? Oh, we asked his flatmates, flirterer and schmarcinist. Thanks, guys. Their flat smells kind of lighter fluidy. Should we get them an Airwick to say thanks? I don't know. So yeah, I wasn't surprised at all. But a bit of failure, I think it's a good thing. It kind of keeps you humble, keeps you on your toes. Not great in every situation. There are things you don't want to fail. Parachutes. Oxygen supplies. Arguably your last ever final exam of medical school. But fortunately the thing about exams is that you get resits. So I tried properly the next time, got a second chance, and I passed it the second time round. So I still get to go frolic with the giant tree-sized puffins. It's gonna be great. I start in obstetrics and gynecology at the end of July. And if my in-depth knowledge of elephant gestation is anything to go by, it's gonna be just fine. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Thank you very much! Goodbye!